Let me start off with you, Vin. Can you give us your take on where you think the presidential race is today?
All the conventional polling, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute, makes it very clear that Senator Biden, Vice President Biden, has maintained a solid lead for months and months and months. If there's been any tightening of it in the last few weeks, it's pretty small, and he's clearly ahead. Now, when I said conventional polling, I mean all the public polls that we pay attention to. There is a counter theory, and I emphasize it's a theory, that these polls are understating what they would call the hidden Trump vote, Trump voters who simply won't tell a pollster who they're for. It's a minority theory, but it is a theory advanced by a couple of different polling firms, the Trafalgar Group, the Investors Business Daily polling, and the Susquehanna poll, all of which have the advantage of having been closer to being right 4 years ago than they are now. So if that theory is right, and I underline if, then the next thing I'd say is I do believe the Trump campaign has a superior ground organization to turn out the vote. That is normally an advantage that accrues to an incumbent president because he has 4 years to build that organization, doesn't have to worry about fighting it out in the primaries. And so every president running for re-election, going back to Bill Clinton, has had a big advantage in terms of organization. If the theory that there's a hidden Trump vote out there is correct, then that advantage will play substantially to the president's benefit. But us conventional types tend to think that the polls are more right than wrong.
And we actually have seen in terms of the early voting numbers and the new voter registration, that door-to-door operation that the Trump organization has been running for months and months has produced more new registrations of voters than the Democratic side.
Yeah, and historically, we've always had a combination of mail, telephone, and direct voter contact efforts to get the vote out. And we have always known that direct voter contact is more effective. So the fact that the president's campaign has put that together is meaningful. But we've never thought that those get out the vote techniques could account for more than a couple percent difference in the election. So that's why I say you've got to believe the theory that says the race is really closer than most of the polling says that it is, in order to believe that that advantage is enough to make a difference for President Trump.